filled with a smile. There is no need to cry for trifles more than this. Would you still recall my name and the month it all began? Will you release me with a kiss? Have I tried to draw the veil? If I have, how could I fail? Did I fear the consequence? Dazed by careless words, cozy in my mind. Wax, fitted out with greater cracks, sweet devotion, my delight. Oh, you're such a pretty one, and the naked thrills of flesh and skin would tease me through the night. Now, I hate to leave you bare. If you need me, I'll be there. Don't you ever let me down. Dazed by careless words, cozy in my mind.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Bauer Arena here at Ice Sheffield for a game in the NIHL North Cup 2021 between the Sheffield Scimitars and Widnes Wild. Face-off is scheduled for 4 p.m. We are not far away from the arrival of the two teams this afternoon. My name is Jonathan Fernley. I'll be your commentator for this fixture. And it is a very important one. It's such a short tournament, just 6 games for each of the teams to play. And Sheffield are still searching for their first victory. They've had a pair of points so far, an overtime defeat in Nottingham and a shootout loss here last weekend against the Blackburn Hawks. 2 points from 2 games, but as the Widnes Wild take to the ice, they have a full 4 points from their 2 games. Convincing victories, 9-3 at Blackburn and then 6-3 when they hosted the Nottingham Lions last week. But they now have company at the top of the standings. One result from earlier today, Blackburn have beaten Nottingham by 7 goals to 6. Terrific match up in Blackburn, and the Hawks have edged it, which means that they move joint top of the standings with Widnes on 4 points. So the Widnes Wild are out onto the ice, which is probably a good cue for us to take a look at their lineup this evening. And straight away, it's the goals that they've been scoring that's been getting the attention. 88 Adam Barnes leads the competition with 6 goals and 3 assists from just those 2 games. And Richard Hagar also has 3 goals to his name. Starting netminder will be number 39, Matt Croyle. Save percentage over 91. We'll take a look at the Sheffield Scimitars lineup, and there is one change to bring you from last week. There's no Cameron Glaspie icing today. Instead, a new name to add to the Scimitars lineup, that of Warren Tate, who will wear the number 50 shirt this afternoon. Starting netminder will be James Hadfield. He started the 2 previous games, and he's going to start again tonight. Couple of shout-outs to get through then before we get this game underway. I want to say a very happy 60th birthday to Julia Shutt, a Widnes Wild fan who is watching in on the stream today. Happy birthday from everyone here. We hope you have an enjoyable day, and we hope you enjoy the game of hockey that we've got coming up for you. And one final shout out before we get this game underway. Hello to Caden Wild. She's watching with her granddad today, and she's cheering on the Sheffield Scimitars because Daddy is playing for them. We've got Sean Wild in the 19 shirt. We hope you're doing well, Caden. We hope you enjoy the hockey this afternoon. So these two teams will do battle again once more in this competition. Widnes will get hosting rights next Saturday. Every team plays each other team home and away throughout the month of March to decide a winner in this NIHL North Cup. All games broadcast live and free on YouTube. We hope that you'll enjoy the game today, and we thank you for choosing us as your hockey option this afternoon. Players are gathering on the blue lines. We are still waiting for our officials, which caused a little bit of a delay here the other week, and still we continue to wait for the men in stripes. This is a quick chance to run through the lines we're expecting the teams to ice with tonight. If warm-up is anything to go by, we expect the Scimitars to have lines of Brammer, Morris and Hurst, then Springer, Hughes, Pywell and Lamming, Nell, Humphreys and Newcomb, and then Gibson, Jones, Tate. For the Wild, we expect the lines to be Hagger with Coulter and Barnes. We expect Tarpey with Clancy and Armstrong, Barron, Brittle and Brownlee, and Moa, G and Gilbert. Of course, all subject to change. And this is all a little bit frustrating again, as we have the players, but we don't yet have any officials. And without, they always say, without the officials, there's no game. And we're finding out just how true that is. Still a few minutes before 4 o'clock, but we've got a national anthem to play before we can drop the puck onto the little blue dot at the centre of the Bauer Arena here at Ice Sheffield. A few of the players just heading off for a little bit of a skate to just try and keep themselves loose. It is the third game for both of these teams, but still getting up to full match speed, many of them. They've not had a lot of ice time, of course, with the lockdown and limited access to facilities. I know at least one linesman is here because he arrived into the building at the same time as I did. But he's not made it out onto the ice, even though I've made it up here onto the commentary gantry. So still we continue to wait. This is all to say a little bit frustrating. Our apologies, although it is completely out of our control. We trust that everything is okay. I can see some stripes emerging on the far side. A few ironic stick taps from the players as the officials take to the ice. Referee Tasker has made it out. We have one linesman so far, will be Andy Heselwood. Well, that's enough for now. And it looks as though we do have the other linesman as well. Just going to put the goals into position. Players weren't tempted to do that themselves, so just out of shot. The nets are being placed down, which means we can just about get ready to get this game going. I say we'll have the national anthem first, and then we'll get that puck dropped. So it looks as though we're all just about in position now, which means we can indeed stand and rise for the playing of the national anthem. NIHL North Cup 2021 hockey is just moments away, live and free here on YouTube. Thank you for your company on a Saturday afternoon. This game between the Sheffield Scimitars and Widnes Wild. It's the home team Scimitars in the blue shirts and black shorts and helmets. It is the Widnes Wild in the yellow shirts with the black shorts and helmets. Widnes come into this game, as we were saying moments before the officials arrived, with 2 wins from 2, 4 points, joint top of the table with Blackburn, who've now played a game more. So this is Widnes' game in hand today. Now for the Scimitars, they're looking for their first win. A pair of overtime points, no victories yet. Can this be their day? They won't be out of the competition by any means if they lose today, Sheffield. But it'll be a huge boost to their chances if they can move into a 3-way tie at the top of the standings at the halfway stage. Reminder, starting netminders are James Hadfield for Sheffield and Matt Croyle for Widnes. 29 and 39 between the pipes for their respective teams. And referee Tasker is at centre ice. And we are finally, after a little delay, ready to get this game underway. So it'll be Coulter against Tate on the opening face-off. And new signing Warren Tate wins his first face-off, first possession of the game for the Sheffield Scimitars. We immediately look up to hear a pass forward towards Tate. It was intercepted by Barnes. This is going to be the danger line for Widnes tonight. They've produced a lot of the scoring for them so far in this tournament. Here's possession for Gibson. Duncan called for it, instead he went towards Tate. Duncan does now get it. Tries to send it into traffic, it hit Griffin. That one from Jones is deflected to the corner. Shoulder to shoulder, and Baldwin is strong. Trying to force the puck down the boards. Baldwin has done better than that. He's got it out towards Hager, who will try and skate one-on-one against Duncan. Hager tries to make the move, but Duncan positioned his skates well. Griffin can't keep it in the zone. He'll have to just turn away. Hager, good pass forward. Barnes takes it on, moves away from Tate. Scimitars do well to force him away from goal. Colton again. Barry is an option at the point. Instead, Colton tries to keep hold of it. Barry does now get it. Immediately sends it back down low, and Hager. Barnes trying to pull the move, doesn't quite work. Brammer was alert, but he couldn't take the puck out of the zone. Brownlee did well to step up and pinch it from him. Morris applying pressure in the corner on Brownlee. Brownlee resists, still has the puck on his stick. And doesn't quite get as much on that as he wanted to. Duncan tries to lift it out of the zone and does so. And Sheffield will be able to get a line change in. Long opening shift for these players. Brownlee receives it at centre ice. Morris tries to sweep it away. Wild on the cover. Springer Hughes gets it across the line. It bounces back to him. Sheffield will just play it back deep into their own zone. And again, get the rest of the line change completed that they started moments before. Fleming trying to put the pressure on. Brownlee. Nice move around Springer Hughes. Still Brownlee goes on. Takes the shot on. It came back off the post. Must have taken a deflection because Hadfield was deceived. And we saw the clang and heard the clang of puck on pipe. First real opportunity to the game. It was a little an adventurous one, really. It found its way through and so nearly in. Wild. Springer Hughes settles it down and fires it 5-hole. First real chance of the game for Sheffield, really. And they've got the opening goal. In. 2:31 in. Springer Hughes settles it down and fires it 5. We do also have a Wild player down injured at the moment. It's Lee Kemp, just receiving a little bit of treatment from the medical staff. Lying face down on the ice and looks particularly uncomfortable. I have to say, I didn't see what happened. What caused Kemp to hit the ice? Looks as though Kemper's taken a blow to the face. No suggestion of anything illegal. No real complaints from the Widnes bench towards the officials. There's a little discussion currently taking place. I have to say, I didn't catch anything that will be penalty worthy live. Kemp's certainly uncomfortable. He was face down on the ice for a while. There's no blood on the ice, so we're going to be able to get this game restarted. We will start 5-on-5. So the goal is confirmed for Ruskin Springer Hughes. The assist going to Sean Wild. 3 from 19, even strength at 2:31. It is the second goal of this North Cup for Ruskin Springer Hughes. Nell fancies getting onto this one, but then waved a backhand straight over the top of the puck. Humphreys couldn't kick it forward. Sheffield have it back deep in their own zone to try again. Dug out of the skates. Humphreys is going to be offside here. The official's going to let this one slide. Looks as though they are. There's still a delayed offside on Sheffield. It's not going to bother Barry, though. He's carrying it out. And goes for the dump and chase, and will get to it just ahead of Jordan. Gilbert can't block the puck on the near side boards. And Wild will have to build again from their own zone. Barry doesn't control it. Gibson takes over. And Gibson goes on. Sent in on goal. Stop made by Croyle. Clancy under pressure in the corner. Just turns away and buys himself a little bit of time. Barry trying to hit the pass forward. It evades Clancy. Yeardley's going to get to it first, and that'll bring about an icing whistle. 4 minutes played. It's the Scimitars who lead by that goal to nil, scored by Ruskin Springer Hughes. Offensive zone face-off then for the Scimitars to work with. Clancy got a little bit on it. Comes back as far as Nixon, who's been impressive the first couple of games for the Scimitars. Can't do anything with this little period of offensive zone possession though. A chance for Widnes to counter. Clancy is held up by Morris just as he came across the blue line. Looking deep for Armstrong. He can't do anything with it, and Sheffield will try and counter. Oh, and Coulter stepped up and he made the contact with Brammer, and that's going to be interference because the puck wasn't there. You could see that he was trying to make, but Brammer was never in possession of it. And the interference call not agreed with by Joel Coulter. And he's going to have to go and sit for a couple of minutes. And it will be power play time for the Scimitars. So first power play of the game, 5-on-4 for the Scimitars. And they have possession with Warren Tate. Jones. Back inside, Springer Hughes gets the shot away and it's into the glove. That'll be a nice confidence booster for Matt Croyle. Jones, nice sharp save, flick the glove up quickly inside. Springer Hughes gets the shot away and it's into the... Jones. Get the sense inside, Springer Hughes gets the shot away and it's on the one that did go in. It went through the 5-hole, maybe a little unsighted. Jones sends it through, good toe save. Jones again, this time he'll look to pass. Sheffield being patient, Springer Hughes sends it into the crowd and it's blocked before it got through to the netminder, and here comes the counter. Skating hard the other way is Barnes. Still he goes on, checked well. Good physical work from Sheffield defensively. It was Gibson that put the shoulder in. And here's Tate at the other end. Again, Barnes refusing to back down. Sheffield have it, they send it across. They're trying to get the backhand shot in, another save made. Fired through and again it's stopped. Croyle with one save and then two as he was laid on the ice. Using to back down, made sure that there wasn't a follow-up. They send it across, they're trying to get the backhand shot in, another save. Messy passage of play. Sheffield have it, they send it across, they're trying to get the backhand shot in, another save. He takes a little bit of a clunk. But he kept his eye on the puck, and even though he was on the ground, he was able to see the puck coming towards him and make sure he swallowed it up second time around. Humphreys. Still 50 seconds left on this Scimitars power play. Duncan. Plays it down the boards, but easily intercepted by Jackson. Didn't get it out of the zone. Humphreys goes past him and comes to Nell. Still with Nell. Trying to go into the slot towards Brammer. It was just poked away from him. Berwyn Hughes was waiting and tipped it away. Oh, that's an ambitious pass, and Brittle's intercepted it. Takes the shot on, it was blocked. Straight into the body of Morris. And there's a turnover that Sheffield didn't need to make in their own zone with the extra skater. Trying to force it a little too much. Meanwhile, here's Brammer. Round Jackson, good blocker save, and it clears the zone. It's a good effort from Brammer and a better save from Croyle. Penalty is over. Coulter is back out onto the ice, and the first thing he does is skates into referee Tasker, who falls over. So, nice little bit of revenge after just being called for a penalty. All accidental, I'm sure. Widnes looking for a response. Here's Barrow. Gilbert. Take it around the net. Oh, then played it back out into the slot, and it evaded everybody in yellow. Pywell forward, out of the reach of Springer Hughes. Jackson backhands it forward, tipped on its way. Lamming, that one's intercepted by Barry. Good skating through neutral ice. Here comes Barry, takes the shot on, kicked away by Hadfield. Gilbert, lost it for a moment, might have the chance to get it back here. Have to go and battle against Springer Hughes, pucks against the wall, the skates and the sticks too. G providing support. It falls the way of Sam Colton. Long pass forward was only partially blocked. Pywell will get to it. Still with Pywell. Backhander into the crease, and it just bounced away from Springer Hughes. Another long shot that doesn't get anywhere near the goal, and Widnes have the chance to bring it forward. It's G. Kept to the outside well by Nixon. Stepping onto it was Hughes. Still Widnes possession in the offensive zone. Armstrong first to react to that puck in the corner. Then kind of whiffs on it and allows Nixon to get a partial interception. Collision with Jordan. And the puck will find its way to Nell, and he'll skate forward, and there's a chance of a little 2-on-2 here. Newcomb's up in support, but he went too soon. He recognised that an opportunity was there. Defensemen were puck watching, and they hadn't seen Newcomb skating with real speed. He just went too soon, and the chance had to be blown dead. Face-off win from Clancy. Couldn't knock the puck down when it came back towards him. Sheffield flip it in. Nell's going to head off for a change. Sheffield do defeat the offside this time, or maybe they don't. Jordan thought he'd held up for just long enough. Puck will squirt to the near side. Picked up by Jordan Griffin. Sent D to D and well worked out of the zone. That's really nice from Widnes. Hager with the shot. Tipped on its way, and it goes off the glass and into the protective netting. That was really well worked from Widnes from the face-off. D to D and all the way across the ice into the attacking zone. It's had to turn a face-off at one end into a face-off at the other in a flash. Now an attacking platform to build from if Colton can win this face-off cleanly. To do so, Joel Coulter continues to press. Tate will skate away from him. Forward for Gibson. Jones is up in support. Tate trails, sent in on goal, and gloved by Croyle. Oh, Hurst was onto that quickly, but officials blow the play dead. He was the first to recognise the puck was still sitting there and went and pinched it. I don't think he was too impressed with the quick whistle. We'll reset and go again on the face-off. Hagger across for Coulter. Wild trying to stick with him. Barnes battling in there. Wild wins out on this occasion. Sheffield have got to work their way out of trouble, and they do so well. Oh, and the puck just hit Nixon on the heel. If we've been able to let that get through, we've been able to be part of the 2-on-1 break that was developing with Brammer on the far side. As it is, they'll get the puck back and have to try again. It doesn't stick on Hurst's tape. Baldwin put under pressure by Brammer. Pulls the lovely move, and Barrow takes over. Barron's going to kick it to Hagger. Tries to centre it, bounces back to him off Morris. Barry will reach this on the far side. He'll skate it forward, snap it from the top of the circle. Comfortable blocker save from Hadfield. Barron plays it out, and Morris was there to defend it. Barry again, gets past Brownlee. Baldwin was heading for a change when that puck came towards him. He fires it forward to Barron. Brownlee trying to hold off Sam Colton. It's back with Barry. Oh, that wasn't the pass he was intending. Intercepted by Sheffield. They tried to get it back to Springer Hughes, and it was well defended. Barry making up for his error. Here's Lamming with the shot. Tight space. Puck is still sitting there at the top of the crease. It's still live. It's been forced in. It was a scramble that Widnes just could not clear. Making up for his error. Here's Lamming with the shot. Tight space. Puck is still sitting there at the top of the crease. No one was able to take control of the situation. It's still live. It's been forced in. And first on the scene was Pywell. Here's Lamming with the shot. Tight space. Puck is still sitting there at the top of the crease. It's still live. It's been forced. 10:55. So the goal confirmed then for Cameron Pywell, his second of the tournament. The assist going to Ruskin, Springer Hughes and James Lamming. James Lamming's first point of the tournament. Springer Hughes now has 1+1 today. Here's one for Nixon. Oh, he's fired it over the top, took a little bit of deflection on the way. Little bit of pushing and shoving, which Newcomb's not too impressed with, and Kemp neither. So even strength at 10:55, 9 from 3 and 25. Scimitars, well, it's going absolutely to plan so far for Steve Weeks' team. Here's a shooting chance for Nell. Powerful shot and plenty of blocker behind it from Croyle. But Barnes will take this on. Hagger's up in support. The puck just runs a little bit too deep. It was fired back across, but not in a position to tip it in. Now Griffin with a chance, and he sent it through, and a couple of yellow sticks waved at it, but none got a deflection. And it was Hadfield who was able to hold on. It was fired back across, but not in a position to tip it in. Now Griffin with a chance, and he's trying to get that deflection. If either had made contact, not in a position to tip it in. Now Griffin with a chance, and as it was, it came all the way through, untouched. Coulter does well to play the puck back. Griffin into the far corner. Will bounce up the boards for Baldwin. Right for Coulter, bounce off the side of the goal. Warren Tate will settle this down. Oh, he doesn't play a good pass out. He was trying to hit Gibson, didn't get enough on it. Now Duncan smartly turns away and then plays a good pass forward, and this will get Sheffield moving forward. Jones leaves it for Gibson. Oh, he was trying to find the top corner over the right shoulder and just got a little too much underneath it. Barnes can't get it down the board. Tate again. Can't get it to Gibson. You've got yellow shirts either side of him. Hagger to Barnes. Onto the forehand, and the shot hits Duncan and goes high and out of play. Sheffield are doing a pretty decent job so far at keeping Barnes under control. Tournament's leading point scorer, 6 goals in just 2 games and 3 assists on top of that as well. Hurst. Sends the puck in. 4 checkers skating afterwards. Brammer will have it in the left wing's corner. A little bit short of options there, Sheffield. They battle hard to win the puck back, but really nice hands from Brownlee. Swept forward out of the reach of Brittle. Get it back though as it bounces to him off the boards. Jackson from range. Just turned around the post by Hadfield. Jackson battling. Sends it past Hurst and behind the goal. Wild is there to gather it in. Widnes back away there, trying to get a defensive change completed as Hurst skates forward. Loses possession as he comes across the blue line. Gilbert can't feed the pass across. Pywell made sure of that. He's one of the 2 Sheffield goal scorers today. He got the second after Springer Hughes made it 1-0. Lamming, good skating speed. Back to Colton. Sends it through, does get a little touch from Pywell, and we're able to adjust and hold on was Croyle with the stick stop, and then into the glove. Otley, puck chops up in the air. The battle will commence down on this left wing side. Springer Hughes emerges. Tries to send it back into the crease. It was well defended. Stick down from Mike Mowat. Otley, back behind the goal. They're trying to force this one through. It's loose on the other side. And first to react to it was G. His clearing attempt doesn't get out of the zone. They're grateful to Chris G for being the first person to spot where that puck was. There's still work to do as Pywell sends it in and Springer Hughes follows up. The scorer of the second with the shot that provided the rebound for the scorer of the first. And Sheffield have their third. What a start for Sheffield against the high-flying and big-scoring Widnes Wild. The Scimitars have raced into a 3-goal lead. So 3 from 9 and 28. Ruskin, Springer Hughes from Cameron Pywell and Sam Colton. But meanwhile, here's Coulter at the other end. Oh, he tried to play the pass. He was unselfish and he tried to go towards Barnes. And it was knocked away by the only defenseman back, a 2-on-1 that didn't result in a shot on goal. Just to wrap up that scoring, 3-0 even strength at 14-48. Second of the game, third of the tournament for Ruskin Springer Hughes. Saved but not held by Hadfield, but Scimitars clear it away, and now the race is on, but Newcombe got far too much chasing to do, and Griffin was always going to win that race. It will be an icing whistle. Nine goals in Widnes' first game, 6 in their second. A 3-0 deficit is not beyond them. This is exactly what Sheffield wanted to really make a mark on this tournament. They felt they should have won that first game against Nottingham. They led in the last minute, they gave it away. They led in the last minute again, and then they gave it away again and lost in overtime. And then the home game, they led going into the third period against Blackburn. Gave that one away, managed to get it back. And then they only scored 2 of their 3 penalty shots, and Blackburn scored them all. Griffin from range, and right behind it all the way. The eyes of Hadfield right behind his glove. Saw it all the way in, taking absolutely no chances whatsoever. Brittle, Brownlee and Barron. The killer bees out for Widnes Wild. I've got defensive work to do as Jones comes forward. Gibson takes over, and then the shot comes in from Jones. That's a really smart stick save from Croyle. Tate back to Duncombe. Then on for Yeardley. Tate again. Yeardley again. Tate again. Fired into the skates. It comes to Gibson. Tried to jam it in at the side of the goal. Play was never really on. This one will come to Tate. It was open for a moment, but the stick from Brownlee got down and blocked it before it ever got through to the netminder. Brittle trying to win the board battle, and with help from Brownlee he will do. Jones back checking hard. Tate can't hold it. Barry can't stop it. Hurst trying to put the pressure on Jackson, who loses an edge and goes hard into the wall. Widnes bench aren't happy, and we've got an injured player because Jackson hasn't got up from that collision. It was Hurst putting the pressure on. Didn't look to be anything illegal with the check, but just the position that Jackson was in. He went down hard, and it was skate first into the wall. And he lets out a yelp of pain. Never nice to hear. Of course, no fans in the building. It really does echo around the Bauer Arena here at Ice Sheffield. Again, we're going to keep our camera away while the medics just keep a check on Tom Jackson. So we do have a little bit of news to bring you. Our latest raffle winner, the Liam Kirk signed Sheffield shirt, has been won by Philip Dawson. Congratulations to Philip, winner of our latest raffle. Jackson is still lying on his back down by the boards below us. You can see the pain on his face as more medical support is called for. It doesn't look good for Jackson's continued participation in this game. I have a feeling that the signal is that they're going to call for a stretcher here. I really do feel that it's just an unfortunate circumstance of his exact position on the ice. Had it been a couple of feet further away from the boards. Had a little bit of extra time to brace. I wouldn't have indeed collided with the boards at all. I think it's that rather than the initial fall that caused the pain that Jackson is currently feeling. .338 remaining in the first period. Sheffield goals from Springer Hughes, Pywell, Springer Hughes again, all even strength. 2:31, 10:55, 14:48. It does look as though we're in for a short delay at least here. It's Tom Jackson, Widnes defenseman, still lying on his back. Believe it's a knee problem. That's where he initially seemed to grab when he first hit the ice and collided with the board. Skate first. I believe the stretcher has been called for, or at least some form of helpful equipment. Looks like a wheelchair is being brought, and I suppose at a pinch that will temporarily do. Getting a hockey player from on their back into a wheelchair is not going to be a piece of cake. So while Tom Jackson continues to receive medical attention, I'm just going to run through for you the remaining games in the NIHL North Cup. Next Saturday we have a double-header, Widnes hosting Sheffield, and then later that day Nottingham against Blackburn. And then on the Sunday, 21st, it'll be Sheffield on the road again, this time as Blackburn Hawks get to play host for that one. Saturday the 27th, Widnes against Blackburn, Widnes' final home game, and then Sheffield against Nottingham. And I'm pleased to say that Tom Jackson is now into the wheelchair and is being rolled off the ice. He'll play no further part in this game, and we wish him a very speedy recovery. And then just one final game to bring you, that'll be the 28th. And that'll be Nottingham Lions hosting the Widnes Wild. Every team plays every other team home and away. 6 games for all teams to decide the winner of the NIHL North Cup. So we got some shout outs on the Facebook page. Daryl Slim would like to wish a happy Mother's Day tomorrow to wife Marie, mother Jackie and mother-in-law Anne. Kathy Ronson would like to give a shout out to her and her partner Alan Gibson, watching son Lloyd. They're at home in Scarborough today. Amy Dodson wants to give a shout out to Jack Brammer. Consider it done. Another shout out for Joseph Brammer. That one's come in from Luby Lou, who sat watching with his brother and cheering on the Scimitars. Great to have all of your company here on a Saturday afternoon. We are back underway after the injury stoppage. Scimitars leading the Wild by 3-0. Does sometimes take a couple of shifts for the intensity to pick back up after an injury delay, but it doesn't look as though that's going to be the case. The players are right back onto it. Hurst trying to win the puck from Griffin. Can't manage it. And now here's Barnes. Agger is looking for a long lead pass. It's Coulter who takes it on and attacks the blue line with speed. Still going, Coulter. Barnes fired it on goal from a tight angle, and ready with the stick was Hadfield. Meanwhile, here's Brammer at the other end. Shoots. He's well blocked. Comes back to Hurst. Hurst takes it on. Tries to dangle around the netminder, and Croyle was having none of it. Coulter. Played through, and Hagger was too busy making sure he stayed onside and wasn't in position to receive the pass. Widnes have got a full line change in. Otley carried it forward, but having got past Brittle, he lost control of the puck. Springer Hughes putting the pressure on Barry. He switches it to the far side. And back across to the near side, and Brownlee takes it on. Shoots on goal, and Hadfield swallows it whole. Here's Brittle. Nixon for company. And it's Nixon who wins out on this occasion. Newcomb, long pass forward. Stepping up and intercepting was Hughes. Now it's Barry who's seen an awful lot of ice time for Widnes. Oh, and he's given that one away. Opportunity presented itself to Humphreys, who fired it wide. Little touch to help it on its way, perhaps from Croyle. We've already had a couple of giveaways from Widnes in their own zone, proved costly. Trip and a tumble in the corner from Jones, cost Sheffield possession. Well, now all hustle back as long pass is sent forward. Widnes are offside here. And they haven't backed away in time, and Hughes went across to the puck while the delayed offside was still on, so that will bring about the whistle from the officials. And we've got less than 90 seconds remaining in this first period. All Sheffield on the scoreboard. I don't necessarily think a score of 3-0 is truly reflective of the balance of play. Here's Yeardley. Duncombe. Checks his options. Tate. Gibson. Jones. Sent in on goal, looking for the tip from Tate. He was blocked behind him by Croyle. Tate again. Backdoor play, and across to meet it was Croyle. It was well worked from Sheffield. Spotted the really nice skating of Duncombe coming up on that blind side. Croyle, really good post to post. Wild shovels it forward. Brammer tries to help it on its way. Nixon keeps it in the zone, flips it high. Gloved and settled down by Coyle. Barry. And now here's Brownlee, and here's a 2-on-1 for Widnes. Brownlee toe drags. That's a wonderful goal. That is so good from Cam Brownlee. 2-on-1 developing. The defenseman was there to try and take everything away, and he just danced around him and flicked it into the top corner. It's a wonderful individual effort, a highlight reel goal, and what a boost that is for Widnes. Just 19 seconds left in the period. So 91 assisted 29. Brownlee assisted Barry. And that is it for the first period. In fact, they've added an additional assist, but I believe we'll get confirmation of that when we're back with you for the start of the second period. Well, I said 3-0 wasn't a fair reflection. 3-1 I feel is a little bit fairer. Sheffield Scimitars with the advantage over the Widnes Wild through 20 minutes of play. 2 from Ruskin Springer-Hughes and 1 from Cameron Pywell had Sheffield 3 goals in front. And a nasty looking injury to Tom Jackson, who went down and collided with the board skate first. And had to be helped off the ice in a wheelchair after a lengthy medical delay. The players are now just about all off the ice, which means it's just about time for us to take a break. We'll leave you with the best of the action from the first period, and we'll be back with you for live commentary of the middle period in around about 10 to 15 minutes' time. At the end of the first, it's the Scimitars who lead by 3-1.
Under pressure, call him out. Riding together, let him know what we be all about. From the top of their lungs, wanna see him scream and shout. Never second to none, always forever be loud. Catch the game, simple and plain, make way. I said make way. Catch the game, simple and plain, make him say. And it's game day.
Today is your day. Ain't no running away. Better get ready today. Today is your day. Ain't no running away. Better get ready today. You gotta catch the game. You gotta catch the game.
simple and plain, make them say, and it's game day.
Welcome back to live coverage of this NIHL North Cup match between the Sheffield Scimitars and the Widnes Wild. The players are out on the ice ahead of the second period of this one. Scimitars leading by 3-1. 2 from Springer Hughes and 1 from Pywell had them in a commanding position at 3-0. But that wonderful goal late in the period from Widnes, Cam Brownlee with the terrific solo effort, the toe drag and the finish, with just 19 seconds left in the first, has given Widnes a route back into this one. So the officials are out, they're just putting the goals back into place here. A lot of talk about how the few people that are here behind the scenes making this game possible for you today. Just about what Widnes are going to be able to do in the remainder of this game. It's certainly not beyond their reach. 15 goals scored in their first 2 games. But are they going to be able to stay defensively strong enough to give themselves a chance to build a platform to launch this comeback? Still a long way to go. 40 minutes of hockey. Overtime and penalties if necessary. And overtime has been necessary in both of the Scimitars games so far in this tournament. Jonathan Fernley here with you, live coverage from the Bauer Arena at Ice Sheffield. We are 5 on 5. Just the one penalty was called during that first period. It was called on Widnes, and Sheffield went 0 for 1 on that power play. All 4 goals have been scored at even strength. And we are back underway. And it's Widnes who were able to secure possession eventually from the face-off as Colton picks it up. Coulter across to Barnes. Tried to go back to Coulter, it was intercepted by Tate. Played in by Gibson. First to in the corner is Jones, trying to get it back for Gibson. Good back checking from Griffin. Got himself into position to break up the play, and Sheffield send it around the ball, and it'll go all the way back into their own zone, and Yeardley's going to be under pressure, but he just drops the shoulder and sends Coulter the wrong way. Buys himself a few seconds, and he wants to skate with it. Across the blue line, then pass forward to Branner, just out of his reach. Griffin bounce it off the boards. Nice turn from Brownlee. But then the pass just a little bit heavy, and this one is going to be icing. Hagger just couldn't quite gather it in. Result from earlier today in this competition, if you missed the reminder at the very start of the show, it finished Blackburn 7, Nottingham 6. It's another terrifically entertaining and high-scoring game that the Hawks edge by the odd goal in 13. Baldwin forward. Save made by Hadfield. Barnes couldn't control it. Neither can Hurst. He gets past his stick, and Hagger is back to collect. Barnes calls for it. Buck is sent his way. He doesn't get a touch. This was deflected, though. There is no icing. Barnes gets to it. Tries to feed it across, and it slipped off the stick of Brownlee. This is the danger line for Widnes. They're going to see a lot of ice time as this game continues. Barry. Still Barry. Skated a long way unchallenged. Springer Hughes across to meet him now. Wild. Brittle. Wild trying to make his life uncomfortable. A couple of stick lifts, a couple of little jabs. Barron. Forced off the puck by Nixon and just cleared away by Sheffield. It'll cost them icing unless Lamming can win the race, and he can't. Hughes was quick enough to win the race, and he got a couple of yards head start, and he held it all the way down the ice. Barron with the shot straight from the face-off, and Hadfield was ready for it, and Springer Hughes is trying to get in behind, and he will do. And he had a chance of a hat-trick, denied by the save of Croyle. He scored the first and the third for Sheffield, and he nearly got the fourth. There's an opportunity here for Lamming. What a scrambling save that is. The puck is still live, and it's cleared away by Brownlee. What a stop from Croyle. Now Barron. This game continues to be extremely entertaining. Big chances at both ends. Lamming. Pywell trying to get there, he's just a little too late. Widnes will play it forward, but again, it's not touched by Brownlee. And that will be another icing whistle. We've had quite a few of those in the first 3 minutes of this second period. That was the scrambling save. That was the follow-up dive from Croyle, taking away the lower part of the net, and that was what was needed. Humphreys just directing traffic from the face-off. Nell wants it now. He gets it, and the shot is off target. Still jabbing at the puck. It'll come back to Jordan. Can he get this one through? He can, and the save is made. And well held onto by Croyle. There were a lot of bodies around the crease. Nixon with the shot that missed on the short side, straight off the face-off. Newcomb through the slot and out the other side. Nell trying to get a stick in the way, only partially holds up Baldwin. And then he loses out, and here comes Sheffield again. Nell. Let's take the puck into the corner. His captain Humphreys is there to support. Humphreys can't get it across to Jordan. Puck moved on to Tarpey. Tarpey takes the shot on, and well gloved by Hadfield. You could see what Tarpey was aiming for. And Hadfield was ready for it. Save percentage for the Sheffield netminder, just a touch under 88 through a couple of games. They're beaten once in this game by that wonderful goal from Cam Brownlee. Yeardley under pressure from Haggett. Calmly to Jones, then to Tate on his debut for the Scimitars. So he's having to wear the blank 50 shirt. That won't be his chosen number. Tate with the slap shot, that was blocked in front, and painfully so by Lewis Baldwin. Here's Tate, he's found the roof. Denied by one block, but not denied second time round. Oh, and a misconduct penalty coming in here on Griffin, who continues to jaw, but he's already said too much, and Warren Tate has already made it 4-1. So the Wild lose a goal, and they lose Jordan Griffin for a couple of minutes. Still waiting on confirmation of the assists on that Tate goal, and confirmation of the 2-minute penalty. It is a 5-on-4 power play coming up here then for the Scimitars. The only assist on the goal going to Lloyd Gibson, 50 from 24. Even strength at 24-21. And it is a slashing call as Springer Hughes gets another shot on goal. He's hunting for that hat-trick. He's had a couple of tries already in this period. So it was slashing, not a misconduct. Hence the 2-minute power play that the boys in blue are currently enjoying. Here's Springer Hughes, snapped on goal, saved once, flicked up in the air off the blocker of Croyle, and it went wide of the goal. Power play in the first period for Sheffield didn't really produce an awful lot. Already looks more dangerous this time around. Brammer. Oh, he tried to get it out for Humphreys and back to Yeardley, but that pass was just taking him out of the zone. Still 50 seconds left for Sheffield with this man advantage. Quick pass across for Humphreys. Sent towards goal, and there was just too much of a tip on it from Nell. Back towards goal again, looking for the redirect. Well blocked on the far side from Morris to keep the pressure on. Then Nell swings round onto the forehand, and that shot took a deflection off the stick of Humphreys but went over the top. Sent around the boards by Hughes, and then over the top. It's a long one for Gilbert to go chasing after. He'll get to it first, but there's absolutely no support around. 3 other yellow shirts are off for a line change. Newcombe calls for the pass and takes it from Brammer. Last 5 seconds of the power play. Shot comes in, save is made. Put cleared to the wall by Baldwin, and he will clear it down, and that will do it. Griffin can step out of the box. Another successful kill for Widnes Wild. 2 for 2 on the penalty kills so far tonight. And Griffin trying to leave his mark with a hit. He's fired up. They're a little short defensively here, Widnes. Here's an opportunity for Pywell. Save made, and dropping down to cover up is Croyle. Pywell got one. He nearly got a second. 2-on-1 just developing. Never a thought to go back towards Springer Hughes. Pywell only had eyes on goal. This line of Springer Hughes, Pywell and Lamming combined for all 3 Scimitars goals in the first period. Looking dangerous again here in the second. Widnes not happy with the lack of a call on that particular passage of play. More Barnes has got around Lamming. Here's Barnes trying to drive his way through. He's drawn the penalty. It's going to be a hooking call against Lamming. Barnes can be elusive. He looked like he was got one-on-one chance developing, and Lamming felt he had to do something. And that something was a hook, and it'll cost him 2 minutes in the box. So first power play of the game coming the way of Widnes. 5-on-4 as Lamming sits 2 minutes for hooking. Plenty of attacking talent out there for Widnes. Barnes has beaten the offside, not that the Sheffield bench thinks so. Got the play in the offensive zone. They can set it up now and work that scoring opportunity. Where are they going to look? Griffin moves it on. Baldwin through the slot and out the other side. Bounces to Barnes. Back across to Baldwin. Fired on goal and the save made. Hagger. Barnes. Coulter is lurking in the slot. Bounces off the stick of Hadfield and an opportunity for Sheffield to clear. Tate. Can get it all the way down the ice, but gets it far enough. Hagger checks his options. Barnes calls for it. Pants bounces off the boards. This is going to be icing. It is, because Yeardley was there first. Always frustrating to get called for icing, especially so during a power play opportunity. Baldwin will just leave the puck, and then he'll get it back from Coulter. Swings it out to the far side. Wild enter the offensive zone. Baldwin thought about the one-timer, then realised it wasn't quite where he wanted it. Sent across by Griffin. Save made. Puck not cleared by Sheffield. Baldwin battling in the corner. Baldwin has lost an edge. It's all a little bit messy down in that corner. Wild trying to clear it. And he is able to send it all the way down. And we have ourselves a stoppage. We've got a tripping call here, which I have to say I didn't catch live. Coming into the box is Joel Coulter. So we're going to get a little bit of 4-on-4 play here. Just for another 17 seconds before we get back to 5 skaters for Sheffield. So 4-on-4 for a short while. There's Brownlee. Partially held up by Gibson. Hughes has it, but he was offside. The puck had come out of the zone as he took it back in. Penalty has ended. So Sheffield are onto a 5-on-4 power play, which has 1 minute and 40 left to run. So it's the third power play of the game for the Scimitars. A couple of warnings on that face-off for Widnes. Brownlee was warned first and then reminded. He does it again, another penalty becoming his way. Shot from Jones is blocked, recovers the situation and keeps play on. Jones again, patrolling the blue line, checking his options, goes left. Gibson goes down low. Again, Jones calls for it. Yeardley's waiting near side. They've not looked that way so far. Jones changes the angle, gets the shot through. Gibson got a touch to take it wide. Trying to get away from Hughes. Gibson, Springer Hughes, save made. He was in tight and Croyle stopped it. Springer Hughes again. Gibson turns and skates for the bench. Springer Hughes trying to lift it in from an angle. I think he realised that his team needed a change. He'd already seen one player from that line skate to the bench because he was exhausted. So take the opportunity to just fire it into the glove and take the stoppage. That was the chance for Springer Hughes moments earlier on the shift. 45 seconds left to run on this power play. Here's Duncombe, sends it through, save made, and it couldn't quite be wrapped in. It was Humphreys who was trying to get onto that loose puck. There was a little bit of goal available, he just couldn't quite reach it. And Widnes able to get it to safety, and then get a little bit of an intercept on that one. Puck has been won back by Barron. Barron going through, oh, he tried to backhand it in. And then he hits the ice, and again the Widnes players are yelling, but play is allowed to continue. Long pass forward, and Brammer can't bring it in. Coulter is out of the box. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Icing is whistled against Sheffield. The Widnes again unhappy with the non-call from referee Tasker. Another false start on the face-off. A few strong words from Captain Humphreys to the officials. Sheffield taking the opportunity to make a line change. It's like Widnes are going to swap things up as well. In fact, a penalty has been called here, has it, on Brammer? Indeed it has. So it's going to be a Widnes power play here with Jack Brammer in the box. So you're going to call delay of game here? Yeah, face-off violation. So it's a 2-minute power play coming the way of Widnes. Here's Barnes. Oh, it was well defended. There's still a follow-up chance. Save made. Can they get the puck away? They can just. Yeardley got his stick onto it just moments before Coulter did. So penalty just updated to not a penalty on Brammer, but a bench penalty. This is Brammer is serving the penalty on behalf of the Scimitars. Here's Barnes, sees his shot blocked well by Duncombe's legs. Baldwin. Griffin keeps it moving, gets it back. Tries a snapshot through, it was well blocked again. This time it was Tate in the way. Tate and Duncombe, who both provided big blocks on that shift. And they head to the bench, reinforcements arrive. Here's Coulter. But just poked away by Wild. Barnes, drop back, really good save made from Hadfield. Sharp chance in close, and Hadfield was equal to it. Here's Hagger. Fires it in and off the crossbar. Not sure if Hadfield got a piece or not, but the loud clang as the puck comes back off the crossbar and then up and out of play. "29 seconds of power play left for Widnes. They're looking dangerous with that extra skater. It's their second power play of the game. Didn't get to finish their first one because they took a penalty themselves. Barry. Drops it off for Brittle. Fires the shot straight into the block of Wild. Penalty is over. Brammer can exit the box. He's got to hustle back into the defensive zone. Widnes still looking to create, so they can't get the pass into the dangerous area, and now Brammer, fresh from his little rest, can bring it forward. Nixon plays it across. It was well blocked by Croyle. Brammer gets it back, and again out to meet it was Croyle. Kept square to it all the way and was out to meet the snapshot. .6:55 remaining in the second period here. Jonathan Fernley here with you for this NIHL North Cup game. Scimitars leading the Wild by 4-1. There's Springer Hughes. Going to get towards Lamming. Well broken up by Worthington Evans. A stick chopping over in the far corner. Again, Worthington Evans not giving an inch. Now that's going to have to get whistled dead because that puck is not coming away from the wall. Reminder that these two teams will go at it again tomorrow, but it's Widnes' turn to host this time. Every team plays every other team home and away in this North Cup tournament. 6 games in a group stage format. Top of the pile will be crowned the champions. Baldwin sends it into the zone. Nixon skates after it. Gets a stick to it and gets it a little bit further down the wall. Coulter involved in the puck battle with Jordan. Sent back through the danger area and out the other side. Just a little bit beyond Barnes. Nell helps it on. Griffin will have to skate after this one. Doesn't have the speed for an icing call. Barnes can't flick it on. Jordan made sure of that. Baldwin steps around him, then around Nell. And now here is Barnes. Checked by Jordan. Barnes still has it though. Back to Griffin at the blue line. Fired it into his own teammate. Certainly wasn't trying to hit Barnes on the back, but he did. Then out front, opportunity on the backhand. This must be for Coulter, it is. The goal just opened up, and he was never going to miss from that range. Hadfield with the initial save on the backhand shot, but he wasn't in position to deal with the follow-up. And Coulter just sneaks out from behind the goal and taps in. Even strength goal, 34-38. Second goal of the tournament for Joel Coulter. Assist on the goal go to Hagar and Barnes. Even strength. And once again, Widnes cut the deficit to 2. Five minutes remaining in the second period. Can Widnes continue to build a little bit more momentum? Long spell of pressure, they had that power play. And then the even strength goal not long after. Tate, just making life difficult in the neutral zone. And a good pass to Yeardley, who steps forward. Brammer's in support. Yeardley takes it on and he shoots high. And it was gloved by Croyle. Opportunity here, put in by Hurst. Took up a position in the slot. And the instant finish. And it wasn't back to 2 for long. Found a little pocket of space. The sticks were down from Widnes, but they couldn't block the pass from behind the goal. And Hurst was there with the instant finish beyond that left pad. It's yet another all-action game here in this North Cup competition. We've seen some terrific entertainment throughout the game so far. "59 seconds between the goal that made it 4-2 and the goal that made it 5-2. Here's Haggart. Oh, he tried to play it back towards Barnes. Hurst's goal confirmed as just an assist for Jack Brammer. So 77 from 7. First goal of the tournament for Andrew Hurst. Even strength, 35-37, as Hadfield covers up. Speaking in the aftermath of that Widnes goal as to whether they'd be able to build any momentum. They weren't even able to hold on to the lead, hold on to the scoreline for a minute, just 59 seconds as Springer Hughes sees his shot tipped on its way, a little bit of blocker from Croyle. That one's knocked away from Pywell, it'll fall to Lamming, and again shooting into the body. It's good positioning from Croyle once more. Still feel this game is far from out of reach for Widnes. Got so much scoring potential. And the Scimitars know that they haven't been great at holding on to leads in the third period of games. It's bound to be on their mind if Widnes are able to keep it tight and apply some pressure, but they've got more defensive work to do here as that slap shot is wild and off target. Good skating from Springer Hughes. Takes the shot on, hits high off the body of Croyle and goes up and out of play. Might have hit the helmet as well, which is why the referee blows play dead. Springer Hughes has been a constant threat in this game. Only had 1 point from the first two fixtures. He's got himself 2+1 so far this afternoon. Long chase back for Duncan, and that's going to be enough to bring up the icing whistle. Here's Newcomb, looking to play the little pass out and do what Brammer did a few minutes ago for that Andy Hurst goal. Humphreys misses the check. And here comes Gilbert with speed. Options inside. Oh, they were looking for the tip of Barnes, who was crashing hard at the far post. I beg your pardon, that was Moa going in for that puck. 85, not 88. Newcomb trying to win the battle in the corner. Can't quite do it, and it'll be skated away by Widnes with Tarpey. Don't get into the offensive zone though. There's a little bit of tangle of players as they're trying to sort themselves out and complete their line changes. Here's Warren Tate. Gibson moving inside, but his shot was well blocked by Griffin. Jordan Griffin, long pass forward to Hagar, then across towards Barnes. Coulter tries to lift the stick, but Jones was ready for it and wasn't going to lose out that easily. Tate again. Jones. Tate outside, but Jones goes for the shot. And comfortably gloved by Croyle. And again, just a little bit of afters. Griffin is fired up, and Coulter is not going to back down either from exchanging a few words. Hurst couldn't control that one. Widnes scored late in the first. Are they going to be able to provide something towards the end of the second period as well? Brittle. Nice hands from Brownlee. Tries a little backhand shot, but he's got absolutely nothing behind it at all. Long clearing pass out to the far side, which Hurst swings in. Brammer will skate after, and he should reach it first. Indeed he does. Has to pay attention to the checking of Hughes. Hughes has done well. Still tangled up with Brammer, and I think he might have gone in for a little extra there. Hughes, play has been whistled down. Don't know if a penalty is going to be called, if they're both going to get a couple of minutes. But it certainly looks as though Hughes went back in, and I think they are both getting called. So Berwyn Hughes and Jack Brammer are both going to get 2-minute penalties here. So are they going to be coincidental and 5-on-5, or are we going to get some 4-on-4 hockey? We wait for the officials to decide. Looks as though they are not going to be coincidental. We are going to get 4-on-4 hockey. Here's Barnes, trying to work his way through, plays the pass, and Hadfield makes the save. Terrific stop to deny Tom Barry. No route to goal that time for the Wild, and here comes Springer Hughes. Spins away from the hit from Griffin, and Springer Hughes gets it back, and then Griffin got into position again. Great little personal battle that they're having. Hughes drops it off for Haggart. Barnes. And time expires before Widnes can get a shot away. And it's 5-2 to Sheffield at the end of the second period. A 3-1 first period in the home side's favour. A 2-1 second period. They've been able to extend their lead from 2 to 3 through 40 minutes of this fixture. So the players make their way off the ice. We are going to try and get a medical update for you on Tom Jackson, who left the game in the first period with what looked like a fairly nasty leg injury. We'll try and get an update for you on his condition when we rejoin you for the start of the third period. That'll be in just under 15 minutes' time. We'll be back on commentary with you then. At the end of the second period, it's the Sheffield Scimitars who lead the Widnes Wild by 5-2.
Under pressure, call them out. Riding together, let them know what we be all about. From the top of their lungs, wanna see them scream and shout. Never say that to none, always forever be loud. Catch the game, simple and plain, make way. I said make way. Catch the game, simple and plain, make them say. And it's game day.
Today is your day. Ain't no running away. Better get ready to play. Today is your day. Ain't no running away.
simple and plain, make them say, and it's game day.
Welcome back to the Bauer Arena at Ice Sheffield. We're getting ready for the third period of this game. Scimitars leading the Wild by 5 goals to 2. A 2-1 second period in favour of the home team. Goals from Tate and Hurst, either side of a goal from Coulter. We do have a medical update on Tom Jackson, who was injured in the first period. We believe our sources are telling us that it is a suspected broken ankle. It's horrible news to have to bring you, so we don't have that officially confirmed, but it is what we are hearing. We hope that is not the case. We hope it's a better situation than that, but it's the latest that we're hearing, so we'll pass that information on to you. And our best wishes go to Widnes number 84 and hope for a very, very speedy recovery. Looks as though his skates just kind of got caught in the boards as he crashed into them. Here we go then with the third period. It's 4-on-4. Brammer's in the box for holding, and Hughes is in the box for roughing. That's why we've got 4-on-4 for another minute and 10. Are Sheffield going to be able to hold on to this advantage and maybe even build on it and secure their first 2 points of the North Cup? They have 2 losing points. They have an overtime point and a shootout point, as that one from Coulter is snapped wide. They know they can move joint top into a 3-way tie with Widnes and Blackburn if they're able to see this one out, as Hadfield deflects it up and out of play. Remember that result from earlier: Blackburn 7, Nottingham 6. Also a news of another game involving another Sheffield team. The Sheffield Steel Dogs have won in Telford by 4 goals to 3. A huge victory for them in the Spring Cup. Takes them top of the standings. Both teams were 6-0 going into that one. Here's Griffin. Moves through, takes the shot on. It was blocked by Hadfield. Puck is still live behind the goal. Coulter trying to get away from Hurst. Baldwin. Griffin. 20 seconds left to 4-on-4. Barnes. Wild staying with him and gives him a little couple of stick taps. Still Barnes always played it straight to Nixon, and Nixon will skate away, and he's got Wild in support. It's the defenseman leading the rush. It's Nixon. It's a really good blocker save low down from Croyle. Penalties are over. Brammer straight out of the box to land a check. But it was Nixon and Wild, 2 defensemen, who read the play. One intercepted, and one was rushing up on the other side. Widnes have only got 4 skaters out here. They've got their line change wrong. It's 4 against 5, and it doesn't need to be. They finally worked it out, and there's 5 yellow skaters out on the ice. Oh no, I think they're going to call too many men here. That's not the case. There was only 5. I think the referees got that one wrong. The player leaving the ice hadn't done it in time before they got the puck. But it's not too many men, because they only had 5, and the player leaving was the 5th, not the 6th skater. I hope they can get this sorted, because this would be harsh on Widnes. They don't deserve a penalty here. It's partially their own fault for not having 5 out there at the start. One player skated onto the bench, and whoever was meant to be coming on didn't. But a too many men penalty is getting called. Barron has come across to serve it. And Widnes have caused their own little problem here. Even so, it is a little harsh. So a 2-minute penalty for too many men. Power play number 4 for the Scimitars, as that play is whistled down. Oh for 3 so far with a man advantage. In fact, all the goals today have been even strength. So 5-on-4 in the home team's favour. And that one is tipped and saved by the netminder onto the roof of the goal. And stopped by Croy. Didn't quite know where the rebound was going to land. I don't think anyone did for a moment. It appeared to land on the roof of the net and just drop off to the side. Here's Morris. Skating across the red line and then across the blue. He's carried it a long way and still he goes unchecked. Back for Brammer. Duncombe from the outside into and then out of the glove. Humphreys to Springer Hughes. Duncombe again. Wines, big slap shot, big rebound all the way out to Jones. Snap through traffic and well seen. Oh, and then an early whistle, which Croyle will be grateful for. He hadn't got the puck covered. The referee just a little quick to put the whistle to his lips. And there's the one that just landed on the corner of the crossbar. Minute and 3 remaining on the Scimitars power play. Griffin up the boards but not out. Duncombe trying to provide a block and Tate as well. It'll get out of the zone and Jones will have to go back to collect it. 50 seconds. Gibson trying to get body position. Well cleared away all the way down the ice by Griffin. Yeardley tried to let Tate take over, who didn't want it. And passes it to him instead. Scorer on his Scimitars debut here, Warren Tate. 20 seconds left of power play. Oh, and the puck just slides away from Springer Hughes. That was a little careless. Not ultimately too costly. Sheffield still have it. Passing is slick, but it's not in dangerous areas. Gibson. Now it's in a dangerous area right at the top of the crease, but Springer Hughes couldn't quite corral it. And there's going to be a penalty here for slashing on Coulter. And just as the penalty on Barron ended, another one has immediately been called. It's not on Coulter. It's actually on Griffin, but Coulter was the first to complain on Jordan Griffin's behalf. Jordan Griffin is back in the box for a second time. And once again, as it was at the start of the second period, it's 2 minutes for slashing. So power play 5 coming the way of Sheffield. Widnes a perfect 4 for 4 on the kill. And even if Sheffield don't score, it's another precious 2 minutes that are ticking away from the Wild's comeback option. Morris from long range and straight into the body of Croyle once more. See the good screen provided by Brammer. Widnes really need to try and get a defenseman in there to shift him out of the way. Any deflection there could have been really dangerous. As it was, there wasn't one, and the netminder could make the save behind. Here goes Barnes, short-handed. Into Duncombe, and kept in over on the far side. And that puck has been deflected into the bench. And so we have another stoppage of play. Face-off was won by Tate, but referee wasn't happy. Thinks he moved a little bit early. Sheffield have already taken one penalty in this game for a face-off violation. They're another twitch and a jump away from another one here. Tate has been told he's got to go back in and take this one. Gibson had originally taken his place. You don't have to swap now, it's just a warning to the centre. Well, there's no problems with this one, and again it was won cleanly by Tate. And now Gibson trying to go back to Tate, and it was deflected by Barnes to Coulter. He just nudges it forward. Knew there wasn't a direct route to goal. There were too many blue shirts in the way for that. Wanted the puck as far away from his own goal as he could get it. Then Coulter with the block, and then he swung his stick and tripped his man. That's a really unnecessary penalty to take because he'd made a good play. But then he went and caused the trip on Sam Jones. Play will continue, 6-on-4. And the net has now come loose. Thought that often you want to give possession away in that situation to get a bit of longer time, 5-on-3. Instead, they sent the netminder to the bench for the 6-on-4 opportunity. The 5-on-3 will come, and it'll last for 52 seconds as Coulter gets the penalty for that retaliatory trip. Three minor penalties in under 3 minutes on Widnes. That is not what a team trailing by 3 goals needs to be doing. Call for the referee to go to the timekeeper's booth. She has just heard, so that little false start on the face-off. Not sure exactly what it is that needs to be cleared up here.
Penalty for Widnes Wild, number 63, John Coulter receives 2 minutes for tripping. Time of penalty for
So we are now ready to go, 5-on-3. Big opportunity for Sheffield to really put the game away. Duncombe winds and fires, save made, rebound was there for Nell and it just got knocked away from him at the very last moment. Good clearance all the way down the ice from Barry. 30 seconds left of 5-on-3. Here's Elliot Nell. Duncombe. Back for Morris. Low pad save. And again, Widnes get this one to neutralise. Duncombe quickly across. Brammer forward. Snaps it on goal. Off target. It'll slide into neutralise. Griffin is about to exit the box. It'll go back to 5-on-4. Penalty killing continues to be a strong point for Widnes. Springer Hughes' pass into centre ice was deflected a couple of times. Now he gets it back for another go. Gibson touches on, but again the defence is there and ready to read it. Jones. Forward towards Tate. Steered away by the stick of Croyle a couple of times. Tate again. Gibson. Pressure in the corner. Still 20 seconds of power play left for the Scimitars. Through traffic and it got a tip from Springer Hughes and was saved well by Croyle. Beaten 5 times, but he has been impressive tonight for Widnes. Another warning given to Tate at the face-off. Sheffield win it. Jones with the shot. Stick save made. And the puck is cleared away, and that should just about do it. Last few seconds are ticking away on the penalty against Joel Coulter. And he will exit the box, and it's yet another kill. Yeardley trying to force his way through. Springer Hughes was denied by Barry. Now 5 skaters on the ice for the first time in a while. Can Widnes start mounting a comeback? That pass from Barnes is deflected out of the zone. Newcomb, always so active when he's out there on the ice, can be a real pest, but here goes Barnes and a good low shot is well kicked away. Thought he was going to go top corner, instead he went low. And Hadfield was equal to it. Lamming's going to win the race here, but that is still going to get the icing whistle. So the face-off is not going to go back into the defensive zone. They're going to bring it to centre ice. An acknowledgement from the officials that they might have got that one wrong. Always better to err on the side of caution. Blow the whistle if you're not sure in that situation. Don't want two players going on any further and competing for a puck that can easily be blown down. Referees are always going to slightly err on the side of calling it in favour of the team defending rather than the team about to commit icing. Widnes can't go back into the zone yet. The forwards are just picking themselves up off the ice, and that pass from Griffin sends Barry backwards and allows Sheffield enough time to complete their line change for forwards. Brammer and Hurst off the bench. And here's Nixon. He's going to bounce this one forward. It's a really good pass to Jack Brammer. Snaps it on goal. Low blocker save. Tried to go short side. Croyle was having none of it. Nixon from long range. Blocker goes right up in the air. Lands on the glass. Brammer going shoulder to shoulder with Hughes. Hurst. Nixon skating in. The puck nearly got away from Croyle after he made this blocker save. He did just keep it close enough. 11-17 remaining in this game. Sheffield trying to force a three-way tie at the top of the standings. Tate couldn't quite hold on to the pass. It was really fired into him. G trying to land the hit on the far side. Meanwhile, here's Gibson. Screen to shoot through. Save made but not held. And Gibson skates over the puck. Gets it back to Otley. Fired into traffic. A little aimless, really. No blue shirts to provide a deflection. There was never going to be enough power to trouble the netminder. Gibson doesn't have any support. His teammates are changing behind him, so he takes the shot on. Another high blocker save from Croyle. Barnes moving to the slot, and it was deflected over the top. Stick of Otley helping keep it away from his goal. Springer Hughes battling really hard here against Baldwin, who's resisted him. Final 10 minutes of the game. Scimitars leading the Wild by 5-2 here in the NIHL North Cup. Jonathan Fernley here on commentary for you. Pywell intercepts, gets it towards Lamming. It'll come to Springer Hughes, gets it onto his forehand, plays it back across, and Pywell onto the outside of the goal. Crisscross passing. Doesn't quite result in a goal, and then Springer Hughes' shot was blocked, and it then just rolled tamely through to the netminder. But the passage of play previously was so well worked, and Pywell wasn't far away at all. Here's Brownlee, trying to get around Nixon, and he has done. Backhand shot, trying to trail it in the short side. Hadfield wasn't going to fall for that one. Barron. Gilbert. Barron should reach this. Turns away from Humphreys. The puck now finds its way to Humphreys, and he'll just try and feather one forward, and it'll work nicely. Nixon has got onto this. Oh, and he tried to get it across for Newcomb. It was just too far in front of him. Tate will hammer it from the outside, and it took a deflection just in front of Croyle, who quickly got that glove hand up. It's been a scoreless third period so far. Time is getting really low now for Widnes. Less than 9 minutes to go, and they still need to find 3 if they want to keep their unbeaten record intact. Tarpey forward. Couldn't be gathered in by Mauer. Sheffield just happy to get the puck in deep. The clock is Sheffield's friend right now. They're happy just to let the seconds tick away and play safe hockey. Gibson again gets it in deep, making Widnes go the full length of this ice surface. Griffin turning inside and outside, gets the red line, gives G something to chase after. 146 chasing after another. Yardley gets it across, and now here's Gibson, little bit of space, fires it on goal, save made, and Griffin is there to the rebound first. Both sides are just finishing off line changes. And here goes Barnes. 6 goals in the tournament, but nothing tonight. Is this his moment? Plays it back out. It is. He's provided a goal that's been slapped home by Hager. And is this the start of a late Widnes fight back? It was Barnes' burst of speed. And then back to the slot between the circles for Hager. And fired beyond Hadfield. It's 5-3 now. (52-17), another even strength goal. And 4th of the tournament for Richard Hager. So 19 from 88 and 63. Barnes and Coulter with the assists. 52-17, even strength goal. The only goal of the third period so far. And the gap is back to 2. If Widnes can score next, look out, we could be in for a grandstand finish. Hager has stood on the puck. Not quite as impressive as his last involvement when he fired that snapshot beyond James Hadfield. Pywell trying to get onto this one. Couldn't quite get it onto his stick in a shooting position. Coulter again. With Colton and Lamming. A couple of blue shirts either side of him, and still Coulter works to win it. Numbers are not in his favour. Again, it's the 2 against 1 who win out. Now there's no blue shirts on the far side as Sheffield try and get it clear. The slap shot will come all the way around to Barry on the near side. Hager is to try and get this one before Nixon. Nixon's lost his stick, but was unable to make the play. Oh, a really loose pass, turns it over. Brownlee, oh, he whiffed on it completely. He was alone in the slot and he never got his shot away. It's a chance, even though it's not a shot on goal. Here's Barnes onto the forehand, kick save. Hager follow up, and then a tip in front is deflected away from goal rather than on goal. Springer Hughes can't make it stay on his tape. Starting to get a little frantic down there. Barron in front. He squeezed it in. In off the post on the near side of Hadfield. It's a wonderful solo effort. Looked like he was going to take it all the way across the face of goal, and he didn't. He squeezed it in. Ollie Barron, 3rd of the tournament for him. It's 5-4. We've got a cracker on our hands again. (54:06) the time of the goal. Less than 2 minutes between these 2 third period goals for Widnes Wild. We've seen so many terrifically entertaining games already in this tournament, and we've got another one on our hands here. Timeout called by Sheffield. They've got to stop the bleeding. They're still in front, but only just. The goal for Ollie Barron is assisted by Barry. 7 from 29, even strength at 54:06. It is a one-goal game. And that one is flicked straight out of play, but from the neutral zone, so no delay of game, just a whistle and a neutral zone restart. What must be going through the heads of these Sheffield players? They lost a third period lead in their last game, and they had to come from behind to salvage overtime. They lost a late lead twice against Nottingham. Surely they're not going to lose a 3-goal lead here, but Duncan was whiffed on this one and presented it to Tarpey, then prevents the centering feed. Yeardley gets to it. We've got a little bit of tangling here. Oh, and G has dropped the gloves. And I don't think that Elliot Nell had any interest in that at all. We'll see if the officials want to make anything more of this, but G threw down the gloves and Nell was not interested. G's going to go to the penalty box. And I think that's going to be it. So I think there's going to be a power play coming here. The officials are just going to gather in the little official zone down in front of the timekeeper's box and discuss what the penalty is going to be here. Chris G is already sat in the penalty box, but the door is still open down below us. Nothing's gone up on the arena scoreboard just yet. Penalty box door has now closed. You can see the officials having a chin wag. Captain Tom Humphreys and assistant captain Joel Coulter watch on. Try and listen in. Still the conversations carry on. This is rather taking the momentum out of the game, which was building extremely nicely following those two Widnes goals. So here comes the explanation to the timekeepers. I think G is done for the day. 5:38 remaining in the game. And Chris G is heading back to his locker room. Penalty box door is also opened for Sheffield. Nell has come across. He's about to step in. He has just been held up by the linesman for a moment. I can hear some of the conversation that's taking place downstairs. I'm not really sure whether I should bring it to you or not. It looks as though Nell is done as well. Well, whatever the outcome of this, there's going to be somebody, if not more than a few people, particularly unhappy. Nell at the moment seems the most perplexed. His teammates continue arguing his case. At the moment, 2 minutes have gone up on the scoreboard against both G and Nell. There are other extra penalties coming. G threw his gloves down. Nell didn't. I think if Nell wanted to fight G, that's what would have happened, but Nell decided against it, but he's still going to get this penalty. The penalty box doors are still open, but there's nobody in them. So 2 for roughing plus 10 for misconduct on G. And exactly the same for Elliot Nell. So 2 for roughing and 10 for misconduct on both players. So even if this game goes into overtime, having served the 2, then serve the 10, there won't be enough time for either player to return. So both Nell and G are finished for the game. There will not be enough time for them to return in this game, whatever happens. And at the end of all that, it'll settle out as 4-on-4 hockey. Five and a half minutes to go in a one-goal game as Gibson tips this one into the protective netting and out of play. Baldwin goes back to Griffin, just a little out of his reach. And then plays the pass just behind his teammate. It's sloppy from Widnes. Trailing in this game, they can't afford to be giving away possession. Gibson. Yeardley steps forward and blocks Brownlee's attempts to get the puck down the ice. Barnes is back to help out. The puck is wedged against the wall. It's not coming free. And a couple of ticks below 5 minutes. The clock comes to a stop again. Face-off won by Sheffield. Nixon sends it forwards. Another puck battle in the corner. Again, Sheffield commit 2 to winning it. A couple of yellow shirts on the scene as well, and it'll be Widnes who win out. And skating away comes Coulter. He can be so dangerous. He moves so well, but the shot lacks accuracy. It's a long way away from being a test for Hadfield. Nixon. Jones gloves it and settles it down. Can't get the pass across though. Hagger with the block. Winds and fires and didn't get much behind it at all. And again, it was off target. Nixon. That one hits the official, and is that going to be too many men? No, it's not. Last Sheffield player just hopped onto the bench at the same time. And having come off the official, I don't think the referee had the heart to call too many men, given he was directly involved in potentially causing it. So I do think the player did get off the ice in time. Brammer takes the shot on, blocked high in the air. It's going to land in the slot. Oh, and it landed straight on the stick of Springer Hughes, who one-timed it as soon as it hit the ice. But his shot was off target. Springer Hughes worked another opening and was looking far corner, but he only found glove. Penalties are over. Otley and Armstrong were serving them. They'll head back to their respective benches. The 10-minute misconducts will now begin. Both players long since in their locker rooms. Back to 5-on-5 hockey, 3:37 remaining. It's a one-goal game here in the NIHL North Cup. Gilbert. Long pass forward, intercepted by the back checking of Jones. Tate can't secure the puck. Brownlee will play it in. Here's Duncan. Will need his experience to see this one out. And what Sheffield would really like is another goal, just to pad that lead again. Yeardley. Tate. Shot was blocked by the skates of Baldwin. Griffin forward. Gilbert forward. Only as far as Sheffield though, they get it back. Tate and Barron collide at centre ice. It's still Sheffield possession. They're happy to slow it down. Nixon to Hurst. Taking it on is Morris. Trying to play it inside. It was blocked by Gilbert and turned back over to the Wild. Brammer partially blocks the clearing attempt. That one bounces off the official. That's not what Mauer was after. We'll keep our eye on Croyle in goal and see how aggressive Widnes want to be in pulling the netminder for the extra skater. Here's Wild. Nixon. Oh, and that wasn't a little bit of miscommunication. Newcomb didn't realise the puck was coming towards him. And Widnes have it here in the offensive zone, looking to tie the game. We're into the final 2 minutes. Croyle still stays in his crease for the moment. Barry gloves that one, but he can't keep it in the zone. Knocks it past Gibson, but only to Wild. Sheffield clear it away. Jones gets onto it. Snaps it on goal. Blocker save made. Back to Jones. Taken away from him by Barry. Final 90 seconds. And that puck has gone into the netting and over the other side, where Elliot Nell sends it to the goal judge. He's going to watch on. He's not gone back to the dressing room. He wants to see the rest of this game. Timeout has been called by Widnes. Well, this will be their plan. To face off in their own zone. They need to win the puck. They need to get it down the ice. And then they need to get Matt Croyle onto the bench for the extra skater and try and tie this game at 5-5. If they can, there'll be 5 minutes of overtime and penalties potentially. Scimitars have had both of those already in their 2 games this tournament. .124 remaining in the game. No surprise that Warren Tate is coming out to take this face-off. He's been Sheffield's best in that department. Sheffield want puck possession. They want to keep it at this end of the ice. And again, Tate wins it back to Duncombe. Gibson. They're just going to try and keep it behind the goal, or are they going to try and wrap it in? They are. Croyle is there to stop it, and another whistle will suit Sheffield just fine. Another face-off win for Sheffield. Can they keep the puck down at this end of the ice? Well, doesn't look like it now. Widnes have it. Coulter's pass is blocked by Tate. It's good back checking. It's 1 possession back, and it means that Croyle can't get out. He's still in his goal. Tate backhands it down the boards. Barnes. Now the netminder goes. Widnes need to get the puck into the offensive zone. It's 6-on-5 now. The extra skater is on with 40 seconds left. Yeardley tries to get his stick to it. Hurst. Can he get a clearance in? He can't. Sheffield sticks chop at it again. They don't get it out. Fired through and tipped in! Right in front of the netminder. The redirect ties the game at 5. It's great positioning from Hager. Got himself right in front of Hadfield's eye line, and Duncan was just too late to get across and knock it away. Second of the period for Hager. (59-32), the equalising goal for Widnes Wild. Second of the game, 5th of the tournament for Richard Hager. There's still time here to win it. Griffin shoots into the glove of Hadfield. The assists on Hager's goal go to Lewis Baldwin and Cam Brownlee. 2+1 on the game for Richard Hager. And surely he should never have been given that much room at the top of the crease. 13 seconds left. There's still time for a regulation winner here again. Sheffield are warned on the face-off. Coulter can't force it through. Nixon gets onto it. Gets it away from Barnes and out of the zone. Griffin can't take it in just yet. And it looks as though it will be overtime. Don't go anywhere, folks. Both teams have got a point. That will ensure that Widnes end the day top of the table. They're on to 5 points. They'd love to be on 6. Sheffield move up to 3. It takes them above Nottingham. But can they go into a tie with Blackburn by securing the extra one? We have 5 minutes maximum of 3-on-3 overtime coming up in about a minute's time. But it's the same old story for Sheffield. Another lead thrown away and another game in overtime. Remember, these two teams play again tomorrow. You're going to want to watch that one. Again, it'll be live and free on YouTube and other places besides. Check the Widnes Wild and Sheffield Scimitars social media channels for all the links that you need for that one. Sheffield are next in action at home on the 27th when they take on the Nottingham Lions. That's the next game we have for you involving the Scimitars. The next game here from the Bauer Arena comes tomorrow. That big face-off in the Spring Cup between Sheffield Steel Dogs and the Telford Tigers. That's available on webcast. I beg your pardon, of course, it is, of course, next Saturday, not tomorrow, that these two teams meet again. It is the next game for both of these two teams. Saturday the 20th. Of course, Widnes against Sheffield, the return fixture. So here we go then, 3-on-3 overtime. It's fast, it's furious, and it can end in a flash. Be ready for anything. An extra point is up for grabs. Official just checking that both goal judges are ready. They are. The puck drops, and Hager wins the face-off against Tate. And he has possession. Tate sticks with him. Somebody's got to win a one-on-one battle in this 3-on-3 period, because then it creates an odd man rush going the other way. Possession back with Sheffield. It's Duncombe. Tate's going to head off. So is Gibson. Springer Hughes and Jones are out as the forwards, but that puck has been left behind, and Springer Hughes has got to get to that one, and he does, just ahead of Hager. That's a really ambitious pass, and it's an easy intercept for Hager at centre ice. He wants to go for a change, though. It's been a long shift for him. So much ice to cover. Can't really afford to stay out there for much more than 30 or 40 seconds. Nixon sends it across. Oh, and the save made on the tip. It was Jones crashing hard to the net. Now here come Widnes the other way with Brownlee. Takes the shot on. It's deflected off Springer Hughes and behind the goal. Brownlee gets to it first, but there's no one behind the goal. Barnes had gone off for a change instead. It's been a little cagey at the start of overtime here. Not the wide open affair we saw in Sheffield's last overtime. Morris draws two for company. Humphreys will get to it. He'll battle with Coulter. Still with Humphreys. Exchanges passes. Yeardley calls for it. Steps up into the slot. It's deflected away. And back checking to recover the situation was Morris. Long pass forward. That wasn't what Yeardley wanted. It's going to be icing. Those players who've been out there for a minute already have now got to go and face off in their own end. They really need a change. It's been a long game. 3-on-3 really does sap the energy out of the legs. There's so much more skating to do. Gilbert trying to win the face-off, and the puck just sat there, and the first to react to it was Morris. He'll just dump it in and go for a change. Yeardley will get onto it. There's no support for him at the moment. Tate trying to provide it now. Gibson also out for Sheffield. Here's Tate. Oh, is it through? No, it's not. It's trapped between the pads. It didn't quite squeeze all the way through Croyle, but for a worrying moment, he thought it had. We got a good look on this angle just to see how close it was. Well, it looks pretty secure between those pads. Good face-off win, and look at the skating speed as Widnes come flying forward with Baldwin. Coulter goes to the net, Brownlee trails, here's Brownlee, good shin block from Tate, who got his body position all right. Gibson. Duncombe is off the bench in place of Tate. He takes over possession. Jones is the left wing option. Duncombe didn't think he was going to win a skating race with Baldwin, so instead plays it to Springer Hughes. Fake the shot, tries to go around Coulter. Still with Springer Hughes, trying to lift it in short side. Save was made. Real scramble there, and all a bit messy. Jones has lost his stick. In fact, beg your pardon, it's the defenseman who's lost his stick. The situation has recovered. And it's a chance for the Wild to build from their own zone. Baldwin trying to take it through himself. Puck is just deflected to the near side wall. Back for Hager. Sent through, and the save was made. Oh, and that's a late hit. That was a nasty one, and it sent Barron hard into the boards. Jones knew he was guilty on that one. He offers the apology. It looks as though Barron is going to be okay, but he knew as soon as he got involved in that one that he shouldn't have done. And Sam Jones will go to the penalty box, and the final minute and 30 of overtime is going to be a Widnes power play. So it was a slash that caused Barron to go hard into the wall. You don't lose a player in overtime, the opposition gain one. It's 4-on-3 in Widnes' favour. How aggressive does Sheffield want to be? Are they going to try and score short-handed, or they just want to see the clock out and take their chances on penalties? Yeardley. He'll send it across for Tate. He'll get to it in the corner. The defensemen just hanging back. They're not committing. And Tate's got to try and hold off two players here. Players yell as they want a call. They're not going to get one. And here's Barry. Drop pass, Barnes. Takes the shot on, save made, rebound goal! Winning goal from Tom Barry. 6 points out of 6 for Widnes Wild. A 3-goal third period comeback, and then the overtime winner on the power play. An incredible fight back, and Sheffield have fallen short again. So the assists on the goal go to Hager and Baldwin. It's Tom Barry's first goal of the tournament. It adds to his 2 assists earlier. It is the overtime game winner. A 4-on-3 power play goal at 64-16 that wins the game for Widnes. They are top of the table, 6 points out of 6. Sheffield move up into third place, 3 points from their 3 games. All of them in overtime. But the story again is of a lead that they couldn't hold in the third period. That equaliser with 28 seconds left. And then the penalty, the indiscipline in overtime. It didn't quite cost them last week. They held out in overtime when short-handed last week, but they haven't done it here today. And Widnes claim the victory. Nice little block attack from the 2 netminders. Despite the 11 goals, both netminders have played well. Waiting for the man of the match announcements. The players haven't quite left the ice just yet, although some of the Widnes players seem keen to. So a few conversations taking place down below us. I'm not sure exactly what we're waiting on. I think there should be man of the match announcements coming. So the man of the match for the Widnes Wild is number 29, Tom Barry, scorer of the overtime winning goal. Man of the match for Sheffield is number 18, Elliot Nell. Well, what a game that was. 3-goal Sheffield lead inside the first 15 minutes. Widnes got one back late in the first. And then it was a 2-1 middle period. The Scimitars went 4-1 up, back to 4-2, and then 5-2 in front. But then the third period, 3 unanswered from the Widnes Wild. Even strength, and then 6-on-5 with the netminder pulled inside the final minute. And then the overtime winner on the power play from Tom Barry at 64-16. Final stat count then, 20 penalty minutes against the Sheffield Scimitars, 26 against Widnes Wild. The power plays tell a story. Sheffield 0 for 6, Widnes 1 for 3, including that game winner. And that is just about it from us. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, these two teams go at it again next Saturday, the 20th of March. Widnes get to play hosts for that one. Sheffield know that they can give Widnes a game. It will be terrifically entertaining, I'm sure, and hopefully you'll be able to watch along. Check out the Wild and Scimitars social media feeds for all the links you'll need next Saturday. But from me, Jonathan Fernley, it is time for us to sign off. Thank you very much for your company this afternoon. The final score after overtime, Scimitars 5, Wild 6.
forever, hold them under pressure, call them out. Riding together, let them know what we be all about. From the top of their lungs, wanna see them scream and shout. Never say that to none, always forever be loud. Catch the game, simple and plain, make way. I said make way. Catch the game, simple and plain, make them say. And it's game day.
Today is your day. Ain't no running away. Better get ready to play. Today is your day. Ain't no running away. Better get ready to play. You gotta catch the game. Catch the game.
Simple and plain, make them say.